Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I've actually gone through and recorded this all. I had an introduction already, but I thought I'd come quickly back to the start and add a couple of little details to help your process. There is chapters below. I might recommend using the TronLink wallet as opposed to the SafePal one that I've installed. I ended up using the SafePal one because I got the fund in there and stuff, but I did find that there was some benefits possibly to just sticking with the the TronLink one. It's the native one for the chain, so it seems to be a little bit more adaptable. The SafePal one I find comes up with a whole lot of like, do you want to connect here? Do you want to connect here? Because it's used on all kinds of chains. So I'm probably just going to use it for this and never use it again. I'm kind of stuck with it now, but I think it probably better and a little more user-friendly to stick to the TronLink one. When it comes to getting the funds in here, I tried to be a little bit cheap and move the funds through a bridge, which does kind of work, but you need to have minimum amounts. So if you do use a SafePal wallet, where it can be quite useful is you can move funds into it and just as a bridge over, and you can do one transaction over to the gas to the TRX token. So what I could have done if I wanted to bring more money in here is I could have brought, let's say, $200 over. I think the minimum when I did it to transfer it to Tron to give yourself the gas was $60 or something like that. So if I had brought like 200 in, I could have moved 60 over and still had my 100 to kind of play with this, and done it very inexpensively because the bridge was like $1 when I bridged USDT from the BEP20, so from Binance over to USDT on the Tron network, which is what I needed to deposit. So sorry, not to make this complicated, but if you do want to use the bridging and you want all your funds to come from, for instance, Binance or Polygon or something like that, then this can be a good solution. But I think for ease, even if it might be a tiny bit more expensive, using this wallet and bringing your funds from KuKoin, for instance, transferring it all into KuKoin, trading some of it in for TRX and maybe the rest for USDT, and then transferring both those tokens into this wallet, or a combination thereof, that's probably the better way to do it. Anyways, that was basically it. I'll get you to the rest of the process. I'll be starting to go through this website now and go from there. All right, with that housekeeping out of the way, it's time to go through Prosperity Gem mining. You might have seen my previous video on crypto gem trading. So they've had to pivot a bit and are gone into a mining operation. This is, again, a pretty degen move, so only put in what you're willing to lose. They are still going through payouts on the original one because they're actually giving everybody back their money, but it has to be done in a little bit different way. I'm going to go through at the end of the video everything to do with that one, just to make sure you've done what you needed to do to get yourself out of that project. So that's why this one might be a little bit long. I will make sure there's chapters in there to make sure you're all in the know. A couple of unique things about this one, just to start off with, is it is using USDT on TRC20, which is on the Tron network. And we'll have to set up a different wallet, I believe. So we'll go through all of that with you in detail. As I said, put it all into chapters to make sure it's as clear as possible for you guys, so that there's no, if you decide to go into it, you've got what you need and the tools that you need to get in. As I said, very degen. I'd be very cautious with this one. I don't know what I think of the whole thing. Manny is doxed and seems to be very transparent and trying to create something different here, but the jury's still out, right? So make your own, do your own research. Make sure you're cautious. This is not financial advice. But other than that, if he does everything he says he's doing on the other side, which I have heard of people getting their money back that I know a little bit more closer than just random people on the Discord. So I'm hoping I will get my funds back from this project. For today, we're just going to be putting in $100 to start with. And then if I get my money back, I will look to putting more into this one for sure. So first thing you have to do is a little different this time too, is there's going to be a user agreement that you need to sign. So you're going to come to a Forms app page right away where you have to key in some basic information, just basically logging in with a Google account, and then you accept the terms and conditions. I believe this first one is just accepting the Forms app rules and conditions and privacy policies, because you're kind of signing up for the Forms app right now. So you click that to sign up. Okay, so the first thing is obviously you got to fill this out with your email, and then signature. You're gonna have to sign on this either on your app if you're doing it mobile or on the computer, and by checking this box you're agreeing to the terms and conditions. So I would recommend you go through this, It doesn't look too crazy. Let me just take a moment to go through it myself right now, and then I'll give you a little synopsis. So pretty straightforward here. Let's just go through a few things here. So no acknowledgement, it's just basically saying a few times over and over again that you're not going to, that you're agreeing to the service, and there's some conditions of it, and you're not permitted to anybody under 18 to use this site. United States legal compliance, so this is going through embargoes or any terrorist supporting, so it's basically just saying anybody that's prohibited, for instance, I presume Russia's prohibited by doing anything in the United States, so this is what that's going through. Disclaimer, they make no guarantees of results, and even past results are not a guarantee that future results will be the same thing, so just not to expect the results, although they are promising or saying 2%, but that basically they have to by law say that they're not guaranteeing these things, so that if they may need to make changes or whatever, they can do so. And again, no past earnings will not duplicate the future. Does not mean that the future earnings will be the same kind of thing. You accept the results, that results may vary and based on a wide variety of factors, so just saying don't expect everything to be as it's presented and that they can change at any point in time. Refunds, so this is changing a little bit from the past protocol. So here at Prosperity Gem Mining, you may request to withdraw your full or partial funds deposited after 30 days. So you have to wait 30 days in order to get a full withdrawal. So it's a little bit more constricting than the old platform was. Your full or partial deposit may be withdrawn by proceeds and sent to your wallet within 3 to 5 business days, or 3 to 5 days. So it's a shorter timeline to get your funds back than it was, but you do have to wait 30 days, and you can only do it once per month, no exceptions. Your wallet, they're not responsible if you give out your seed phrase or anything like that. It's your problem. So it's DeFi. If you get into this and something in your wallet gets compromised, that's not their fault, because really the only way for them to get compromised is to give out your seed phrase or your private keys. Banned wallets. So this one's a pretty important one. Definitely take some time to analyze this and be okay with this. So here they're not reserving the right to ban any wallets. So this is a pretty big one. They're saying specifically the reason why they're doing this is because people were setting up 4, 5, 6 wallets and using the referral codes back and forth. They have changed that, and we'll go through it later. So that's to basically to get rid of that opportunity from happening and people using the same wallet or different wallets of their own to game the referral system. They reserve the right to ban your wallet. So if this gives you any fear or this makes you uncomfortable, then this is not the project for you. So you can turn off the video now. We only allow 1 wallet per user. If we find out that you're using more than 1 wallet, we will immediately ban you from our smart contract. Our websites. So, I mean, a lot of people try and make up excuses that they're using this for family members or whatever. So the best idea is just do 1 wallet. That's it. That's all. If you're the only one trading kind of thing. Our website, you understand that the website that belongs to Prosperity Gem Mining are they're just the property of them, so that you can't use it. So, and effective date. So you click OK to this. So I'm going to fill this in, obviously, without you guys, and then we'll come back after I've gotten to the next screen. I guess I can show you that. When you finished, you get a nice welcome to Prosperity Gem Mining. So hit back. Oh, don't hit back. Give me a second. So you can hit back, but just click off the screen and it gets rid of it. So now we're onto our regular website. As you can see, this is basically as it was before. I'm assuming there's a wallet in there from the developers because I've just come to the website right from straight. So one thing to keep in mind is if you do decide to use, for instance, my referral code, then just make sure that the number here matches what is copied in the video that I put out. And minimum withdrawal now is 50 like it was before, but the minimum deposit is 100. So you will need to have 100 USDT in order to get into this. When we click connect, so you do need to have, as I said, a TronLink. So we're going to figure that out and get that taken care of for you. But first, we'll go through the website pretty quickly first. So presentation, PGM full site tutorial. So this goes through the full site if you want to get a little tutorial of it. We're kind of doing that here for you. And deposit tutorial on desktop. So this will show you how to deposit money in the TronLink wallet. I will show you that as well. And then down here, if you're doing it mobile. So I'm not going to go through a mobile one. If you do decide to do that, I'm assuming it's going to be similar to the upper one, but definitely you can watch this video if you need help setting that up. This is basically looks pretty much the same as it was before. Some NFTs. There's a stable coin, I think, still they're talking about. Yeah, right down here. So some short-term, long-term goals that they're looking into. Okay, so here's what we want to go through. So our facts, like we did before, Prosperity Gem is a crypto mining project. I do have my qualms with this, and this is why I say it's kind of high risk. I'm not sure they're going to get 2% daily rewards from mining, so I wonder if for legislative purposes they've had to put this up as their face and what they're saying they're doing, but really I feel like they must be still doing some bot trading in the background, but this is your choice. So if this makes you uncomfortable that you think there's another way that they're earning their money, then again, this project maybe is not for you. So their say is that they're mining and then going to give back 2% returns daily and being transacted in the smart contract of the TRC20 stablecoin. How to deposit? You need to find your TronLink ledger or any applicable cryptocurrency wallet with at least 100 USDT on the TRC20 network. So what I might do actually, if I'm able to, I might just do a ledger if it's able to connect directly with the ledger. Otherwise, I'll do this TronLink one, but I'm going to keep it secure on there, I guess. How long can I withdraw up to 2% daily? As long as there is a balance in the contract due to the parallel funding gains from mining, merchandise, and NFT sales. So they're still using this as part of their generating of income and as they were before. And they hope they can cover it for a lifetime. Are there referral rewards? Yes. So this has also been changed. It's a 5% referral reward system, and there's no tiered or quote unquote MLM marketing kind of style one. So if I get somebody referred to me using my link and then they get somebody referred to them, I'm not going to reap any benefits from their referrals. Your referral rewards, whenever you direct referral makes a deposit, initial and going deposit. Okay, so any deposits that the person makes will go to me, it will give me the 5% referrals, and any subsequent deposits they make will also. What makes this project sustainable? The platform's sustainability is supplemented by cryptocurrency mining along with the sales of our merchandise and NFTs. All profits generated through mining, sales of merchandise, sales of NFTs are pumped back into the contract balance for continuous growth. Again, I'm not sure this is going to create enough, but the last one, well, obviously it was a little too short to tell, but again, this is why I say go in at your own risk and then see where it goes from there. Also, when can I withdraw? So this one has changed a little bit as well. This one's basically the same. So you can still go till 50 USDT and you can get up your 2% daily bonus for the schedule. So basically you just have to wait till there's $50 accumulated. So at 100, you'd only be getting $2 a day kind of thing. So you'd take a little while before you're able to get the 50 and withdraw. Am I able to withdraw my full deposit? You may request a withdrawal of your full or partial this time, because I think before you could only do full, but it can only be done 30 days after. So your full or partial deposit withdrawal will be processed and sent to you within 3 to 5 days, which is a little shorter time frame than they had before as well. And you can only request a withdrawal of your full or partial deposit once per month, no exceptions. Why am I seeing direct access to the smart contract funds? This was on that last one. Only the contract owners has access to the funds in the PAGM smart contract. The owner withdraws 50 to 75% of the contract balances and funnels it into the mining system. These funds are redeposited back along with any profits generated from the mining. This system holds the secret to Prosperity Gem mining sustainability. So some useful links if you choose to, which we've kind of gone through most of those. If you do need to talk to Manny directly, you can make a request and send him a message. Or sorry, I guess this is just a regular thing. So dashboard we were already looking at about the creator, same thing as before. So just a little bit of details about Manny, some of his experience in the past. You can go check his socials here. Never a bad idea to do that to make sure you're comfortable with this. And then if you'd like to book a meeting with him, you can do so through here. Helping others is what we do best. What I do best. And merchandise, same thing as before. There's a merchandising website. And obviously they've updated all the clothing with the new graphic style for Prosperity Gem mining. And this gets fed into the contract. And mining. So mining floor around the corner. So this was before they showed the trades live every day for you. So at first they're going to have to get things up and running. So for the next 14 days, there won't be any stats like there was before on the bots and how they were functioning. So we'll have to wait for that. And you can get the latest updates via email if you'd like. And again, the socials for Prosperity Gem mining. And I'll back up there. So roadmap, we already went through. Whoops. So every time you load up, I guess it's going to show this form, but if you've already done it, you can click off. Roadmap we already looked at. White paper, I presume it's similar to what it was before. So just the new colors, and it goes through all the projects. So I'm not going to go through this again. It's kind of similar to what was done before by the looks of it. Obviously making changes to the different differences, like locking their wallets and all that kind of stuff. But in the most part, this looks all the same. Step 1. Yeah. So so we're not going to go through that again. No point. But by all means, definitely a good idea for you to go through yourself and the facts we actually just went through. And again, like before, you can go to the contract and visualize it right here. All right, so as you see here, so far it literally just launched a few minutes ago, so our contract's sitting at 25.57. So really early. So if you'd like to get in, now's the time. But again, bet with what you're willing to lose, because this is still a little bit of a G-Gen move, and we're really not sure where this is going to go yet and how sustainable it is. So the nice thing is you can pull your 2% out a day. So if it lasts 50 days, you'll ROI if you're doing it, if you're pulling it out every time, which is what I'm probably going to be doing. As I said, I may put in, if I get my money back, I may put in a little bit more than this to just create a larger daily cash flow with it. But I definitely won't be going too crazy for now until I see how it performs and how things go. So that is kind of chapter 1. We've done a look over the video. So now we're going to take a look at probably the wallet and stuff. So I'll be back in a second. All right, so here we are on the TronLink.org site. All links for all this stuff will be in the YouTube video. So as with anything, you need your own wallet for different chains. So this is a TRC20, they support different transactions. I don't know a whole lot about the Tron network. If we feel there's a need, I'll definitely do some more research and come back to you guys with anything you'd like. So don't hesitate to let me know if there's some value to taking a little deeper dive into what this network is and how it works. I honestly haven't really heard about it until recently. But like anything, this one here does not obviously interact with MetaMask, so it needs its own wallet, almost like Kadena, which I do like very much. So maybe this one's got some more technological values to it. I will, like I said, if I become interested in it, I'll definitely take a closer look, but don't hesitate to ask. For extensions, so you can obviously do iOS or Android, and then in here you can choose your browser. So I'm in Chrome right now. I would have liked to maybe use Brave, but I'll just use Chrome for this one because that's what's there. Add to Chrome and add extension. So pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy about that. So it's been added to Chrome now. Another little thing which I didn't really realize, to be honest, I never really looked at it, is these little pin guys here. So if it is something you're using often, which I'm going to do right now with my MetaMask, and I guess for today we'll definitely do it for the Tron network, you can now put them right there so that they're easily accessible right off the thing instead of clicking on there and then choosing MetaMask. Don't know why I never noticed that further or looked into it sooner, but there it is. So there you go, your tidbit for the day. So now obviously we have to open up this account. So either you can import a wallet if you already have one, or you can create a brand new one. So we're obviously going to create a brand new one. There will be parts of this that I will have to cut out, but I'll go through as much of it step by step for you to make sure it's clear for you. The usual thing, if you'd like to read through that, I obviously suggest it, and you should, like everyone else, like I just did. Voila. So wallet name, let's be really original here. And password. So I'm going to pause it for a second while I type that. It's blocked anyways, but I do want to take a moment because a little tidbit of stuff when it comes to safety is I actually have a journal that does not get hooked up to the internet, and all my passwords go in there just to give some extra added safety. So I'll take a moment to create my password here and randomly in my head, I guess, create my password, get it in here, and then we'll come back to the video. All right, so our password's now in. Create wallet. Passwords do not match. I create wallet. There we go. Be sure to back up your phrase. So backup wallet, I'm assuming this is going to bring up some stuff that I can't share with you, so we will skip that in a moment. All right, please write your mnemonic phrase on paper and store it safely. The mnemonic phrase consists of 12 to 24 words. Anyone with your mnemonic phrase can access all your assets, so please store it safely. So we're going to back up, but just in case... Okay, so this is just showing you a screen. So this screen will come up, and then you can obviously click view to pull up your actual words. And so they obviously don't want you on camera right now, obviously. So I'm going to pause it right now, grab my words, and then come back to you. Okay, I already did one of them here, but I just wanted to show you this, so I blacked out the actual words. But basically in the next screen, you'll have 3 different ones that you need to put in place. So you'll find out what word sits in that spot, and then you'll press on it. You'll click on it on this screen and then hit next. So again, now it's asking what word 10 is. So you'll click on word 10 in your little boxes down below that's blacked out here, and then hit done, and verification is successful. Update, fix known problems, so just showing an update that's happened. And then in here, I'm assuming, oh, that's pretty handy. So we can hit plus with USDT, and now we've added USDT to our assets, and there we are. So now what we need to do is we need to receive this USDT. Receiving it obviously would be this wallet here, but what I'll need to figure out first is to make sure. So the one thing you want to do is just go with, like, for instance, into your MetaMask wallet and just do a transfer. I believe that would obviously not work out quite well because it's a different token type, potentially depending on where you're bringing it from. So I'm going to go and quickly find out what bridge we need to use, and then I'll show you how to do that. If you wanted to bring money into it from a DEX, I'll see also if there's some options, and I'll let you know. The other thing I did want to mention is if you are using a hardware wallet, you'll want to go in here to add wallet. So I probably didn't need to set up this wallet technically. I could have imported, I believe, but it may have worked differently because it's this import. But now you can pair. So please connect your ledger using the following instructions. So obviously we need to plug it in and unlock it. So this is just in case you want that extra layer, which means anytime you interact with the contract, you will have to use this wallet in order to do so. It helps create a little extra barrier so that people can't get into your wallet, and definitely something that is worthwhile. So once you unlock your wallet, you'll probably want to be in the TRON application, I presume, but sometimes you always interact with the Ether one, so I'll take a look once it does it. NanoX, so we connect it, and then permission granted to the TronLink. Oh, there we go, it's already done it. So wallet name ledger, I'm just going to do that, and import succeeded. So now what I've done is I've linked my ledger wallet, so I can actually go. There we go. So you can click on there and go between the wallets. So the one that I set up or the ledger one. So, and if, again, you still have to add your token. So same thing here. If I want USDT, I put it there. So we'll be back again when we do the bridging. Just to go through a little bit of reasoning why we're doing this. So for instance, if you have USDT on the Binance Smart Chain, it is a BEP20 compatible token. What we need for this guy is a TRC20 token. So this is the reason why we need to bridge funds over to it. And yeah, just a little another tidbit. As mentioned at the start of this video, I'm not really recommending go with SafePal, but I will show it to you here as an option and go through the install process and some of the things that I did to get mine set up. So what I've done is I've gone to a SafePal extension. So it's safepal.com, and I've specifically gone to the extension because I'm just going to do it as this. You can install the app, which I'm presuming would be more for your phone, and then there is a hardware wallet you can get with these guys as well. So SafePal extension brings you here, and in this case we'll install for Chrome. Add to Chrome, add extension. So pretty straightforward like we've done before for these kind of things. And now it's here. So first thing we're going to do, all right, so it supports EVM and non-EVM compatible chains, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Smart Chain, Tron, Solana, Avalanche, and more. So there's a couple of ones. So Solana is one I haven't really played around in. So this was kind of handy because it'll include this for me, and Tron as well. These are ones that you can't use on MetaMask, I believe. Solana maybe. I haven't really looked into it. So built-in cross-chain swap and bridge services. So that's kind of what we're looking for here, because I'm probably going to look to bring some Smart Chain BSC tokens over. Stay connected to the DApp with different chains simultaneously, so that's kind of neat. This one reminds me of Zelcore, which is a wallet I did for Kadena before, where it can actually hold multiple chain stuff. Level up asset security by connecting a SafePal app or S1 hardware wallet. So I presume that hopefully will work with my ledger, which we'll look into afterwards. So create wallet, and we're going to do our password again. So I'm going to put this on hold. All right, now that our password's in, we can click. So you enter in your password and hit next to go to the next screen. So now, like always, we have to generate a mnemonic phrase. This one is your master key to your wallet, so don't lose it. Again, as I mentioned probably in the other one, but you're going to want to, in my opinion, you want to put this into a ledger that's maybe locked up somewhere in a fireproof safe to be beyond safe with it, is what I like to do, and it never touches the internet basically other than when keying it in and moving it to stuff. So we're going to generate that here. So this phrase comes up, it's behind a little black screen that I put on here for me. You're going to write those down in order. There is kind of a numbered order to it, and usually they're going to want you to verify that probably on this next screen as it says here, and you're going to need to verify that you've recorded some of them. There's different ways they do that. I'll go through that in a second. After you've done that, you'll hit next. Then for this one, it's going to ask you to click the words in the correct order. So you'll go through clicking them in the order that you got them in order to show that you've written them down properly. So you'll click them all in order to make sure they create the same environment, and then you'll click verify when you're done. And there you are. So now you can name your wallet, really original, and click confirm. So now you've got your wallet all set up. Looks like it actually does support NFTs, and so you can technically bring in probably your MetaMask wallets in here if you wanted, if you chose to, if you wanted to deal with one. I'm not going to do that. This will just be my TRON one basically. So there's all our networks, and there's our TRON network. So we're going to put that on there. And in this case, I'm going to be bridging from BSC. So I'm probably going to have to transfer whatever tokens I want from BNB. Yeah. So there's all your ones if you want to. So you can even put Chronos on here. So there's quite a few options, obviously. Especially the ones that we know already. So I'm just going to add those two for now, though. And there we are. So we've got the TRON. And I presume we can go here. Import. So I don't really see an option to put your ledger on here. I guess because they have their own one that they don't want to do that. So one little thing of bone of contention, I guess. If you wanted to, you can always use this one to do the bridging. If you didn't want to do the other bridging, there seems to be lots of options with it anyways. I will go and figure out, though, how to do the bridging and get back to you in a moment. Manage coins. I'm going to use BNB chain USDT. Okay, so we're going to add this to the chain. So I've gone and searched for USDT under the BNB chain, so I've added this token there. I do want to double check. So that's 0x55D3. And if we go over to our MetaMask, token details, UX55D3. So there we go. Okay, so we've got the right token. I just wanted to verify that to be sure. So first thing we need to do, obviously, is get this address. Oh, actually, I think I can click here. There we go. So from this page, we've added our USDT BEP20. So we're going to click on this. Somehow it says I have $1. We're going to receive, and we're going to copy this address. So like usual, you're going to head over to your MetaMask, and we are going to send USDT. I'm going to send 120 just to have some funds over there, and then possibly to switch over. So we're going to paste the address for that wallet. We're going to send 120. I would recommend doing a test transaction. I'm being your guinea pigs, so I'm going to take a chance. And sorry, I did forget to unlock my... And this is just a thing because I had left my ledger too long. So we click that. Failed. I was really too quick there. So let's try that again. Okay, so when you're ready, you're going to click on your MetaMask. Head down to that guy. And we're going to send. I did kind of start it, and I did it, but I did it too fast. So let's do 120. Next. Okay, so we've got our transaction ready to go. We hit confirm. And then you have to obviously authorize it on your ledger in this case. And pending. So we'll let that finish and say it's done. And then we'll go check the other wallet. I may cut some of this out. There we go. So pretty quick there. So we should be able to go here and received. So there we are. So lost 2 cents in the transaction. So nothing crazy there. That's good. So now what we're going to want to do is swap this guy for USDT, but on the TRON network. So the minimum amount, that's fine. We're doing over that. So just keep that in mind, I guess. No matter what, you need 100 for the protocol anyways, but you need to have 60 minimum in order to bridge it over. Looks like there's going to be a 3% so there's slippage tolerance. I'm cheap, but let's not go too crazy since I'm first time on here. I'm bridging, so I'll just note that the exchange rate fluctuations, the amount you receive may differ from the estimated receiving amount. So right now it's saying estimated is 120, but I presume it's going to be less because there's going to be fees in the transaction because we're now bridging it from one to the other. So cross your fingers, guys. I'm taking a little bit of a chance here. We're going to swap. You need BNB network fees. Oh, duh, of course. Okay, so you get to learn from my mistakes. Cancel. We need now to receive some BNB into this wallet in order to take care of gas fees. So we're going to go back here, BNB. We're going to receive. Now, technically, this address probably is the same one I transferred. I should check that, actually. 0xa. Yeah, so it's just the address for your wallet. So now we're going to head back over here. And we'll just send point. We shouldn't need much, so I'll do 0.1 just to be safe, I guess. So we're going to send this guy to that address again. 0.1. No, I'm just going to put 0.0. 0.0. 2. 3. Next. Confirm. Authorize on your guy. And there we go. And another successful transaction. So back over here. Receive that, and then we can just go back to make sure this guy gets received. And there we are. 0.03 BNB. Back over. I was going to say it's $8, yeah. Okay, so now let's try this again. We are going to swap. All right, that guy to that guy, minimum 60, so we're going to do 120. And we're going to swap. Now we have our gas, so we should be good. Oh, I am going to lower the slippage again. Swap. Network fee's pretty low, so everything looks good there. Transaction is submitted, so it tells you there. And then ongoing. I probably should have kept the slippage a little higher. It would probably create a little bit better speed. But we'll see what happens here and hope for the best. Cross our fingers. Like I said, I get to be your guinea pig. But if this all works out, then you should be good to go. I'm just coming back for a second. So you can click on this ongoing and see as the different things progress. So the pay transaction is just happening right now. This time just came up after, an interesting date there, actually. So something's up there. Obviously, the transaction hasn't gone through yet. Anyway, so it does go through the steps here. It is going a little bit slow, so I presume I probably shouldn't have messed with the slippage at all, but not sure because it's still pretty new. So I will see what happens. All right, so just out of curiosity, I actually ended up reloading the wallet. So a little funny, I guess the transaction had gone through quite quickly, but it was not showing me at the time. So anyways, a little bit of a funny thing with this wallet, but anyways, it's done. So all right, there we go. We have 119 sitting on our tether. So very little costs to get this all over, I must admit, for bridging and whatnot. That was pretty smooth and really inexpensive. So, and we still have, we barely used any gas either. So yeah, happy with that. So now I guess we are ready to put into the thing. So I don't have any gas for Tron. I don't really know exactly how it works. There was something about putting your Tron up or just kind of locking it, I guess, in order to create transactions for yourself. But I think you get a daily amount of transactions you're allowed to do on this Tron network, which is how it works. I just looked very briefly, so I apologize. I don't know a ton yet, but we will find out later on. So for now, we're going to connect and see if this works. There we go. So now I've reloaded the website since I connected this one, and now it does bring up the option to connect. So we can now connect this wallet to here. At first it wasn't working, so do reload your page if you've just installed the wallet. And connect. There we are. So I had to give it permission to connect and then connected, and now we can see everything. So now there's 46,000 on the contract, so nothing too crazy yet. We're pretty darn early. And then an automatic wallet does get put in here. If you do decide to go with my referral link, which is not available yet because I haven't put into the contract, then by all means make sure that that number is in there, and we'll show it to you after I'm done here. I do appreciate any referrals. As I said, I always do draws on my referrals, so we will take a look at that at some point. All right, so now we've got 119 USDT here. I'm only gonna put 100 in right now, only because, as I said, I'm waiting for some money to come in, and plus I wanna save the 19 in case I need to move it over to Tron in order to help with gas. I'm gonna quickly try this just by itself though. As I said, you do get a daily amount, I believe. Approve token first. So here we are approving it. So we're gonna continue. So we're basically doing a sign like we would on our other. And I don't know if we have to wait for that transaction to go through. And now we've got the deposit. Okay, so we've approved. I thought we've already approved it, so maybe we just need to reload first before I try that. I want to reload. So signing. Tron balance 0. That might be part of it, so maybe I will move some money over. Okay, yeah, so let's stop doing that. Cancel. So what I'm going to do before I do this, because it does look like possibly some gas issues or whatever, so I'm going to do a swap for some of that over to Tron, and we'll send over 19. That'll give me a bunch of Tron. I don't like spending slippage. Minimum amount is 80 Tether USD. Oh, that's a pain. Interesting. All right, let me look into this a bit more. Okay, so I've just found an easier way to do all this. So I'm basically going into my KuKoin and I'm sending USDC from the Polygon network that I have in a wallet of mine. So I'm going to send it to this address. So I'm going to copy the address. Oops, copy the address. And then I'm going to go into my MetaMask and go to my USDC and send to that wallet that I just copied. So just match those up. Always good to check that. And I'm going to send 50 just because I've never used KuKoin actually. So because I always thought I had to KYC, but I guess you don't when you're moving funds off of the blockchain. So I'm doing this to make it a little easier because I can buy Tron on the KuKoin so that it makes it a little bit easier. So I've moved my USDC over as a bridge. It was really cheap. It's probably the best way to do that part of it. But in order to get some Tron into the network, this is probably the best way to do it from what I can tell. So let's go next. Network is busy, blah, 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 because everything Matic is busy. Actually, I am going to maybe just do that. Confirm. I probably should have even tripled it, to be honest with you. If you're doing anything on Polygon right now, you almost need to triple or more how much gas you're spending on it, just because it's unfortunately a really big pain in the butt right now. But that went pretty good just with the max. All right. So now we should see our deposit in here at some point. Again, I haven't used this very much, so. All right, so when you come in back into deposit history, you can see that the transaction's actually in process. So we're gonna have to wait a few minutes for that to happen. And once that's done, then we can start, okay, so it's jumping up quite a bit there. So it's just waiting for it to actually get received in blocks. So once that's done, I'll come back onto the video and we'll start the next process. All right, so the transaction's complete. Took a little bit there, but we're done. I'll also, if you haven't used KuKoin before, I will leave my referral link in there. It helps us both out. We both get some free money. I can't remember who I used. It probably was James Pelton's back in the day, but I never ended up fully activating it. So if you're needing that, by all means, take advantage of it. We both, like I said, get a little bonus or something. I don't really know how it works, but there it is there, referral. So it's a link that I'll post in there for you. All right, and once your transfer is, or your money getting in here is complete, you're going to go to your wallet. Transfer. This is what I want to do. Here we go. All right, so transfer trading account. Oh, okay, sorry, getting a little used to this KuKoin a little bit. So I needed to move it from my main account to my trading account in order to do a trade. The transfers don't support the other network, I think. So then okay, so you need to do a trade. So a little bit of a funny system here at first. I'm sure there might be an easier way, so I apologize if I'm taking it a long way. And then you got to input your trading code, which I guess I should black out. So I'm inputting my trading code. All right, in KuKoin, this is kind of their trading platform. They'll use it for bot tradings and all kinds of different things. What you have to do is up at the top left, you need to add the coins that you're trading between. So you need to find a pair. In this case, it was USDC and TRX. And then at the bottom, you change it to market. That way you're buying at the market prices that they are right now. And then you put in your amount, or in this case, I'm going to click 100%. There we are. We have 795 TRX. So there we go. So we've processed our order. So we've added it there, brought it down here, changed it to market so that it happens right away. Otherwise, limit would mean choosing a price of when you want to purchase it. So we've done a market one. And now we can back up into here. And we should have now into here. There we are. So now we've got that. We want to transfer to our main account. We'll do the whole amount. And then we should be able to go here. All right, so the idea is now we can withdraw. So we're going to click withdraw, and we are going to then put our wallet address in here. So we're going to go in here, grab our TRON, and we're going to receive and copy that address. And obviously for network, it's going to be the TRON one. So there's some fees here that you have to worry about, but it doesn't look too bad. Remarks, I'm not going to worry about it. Main account, all, there we are. So there we go. So we've put in our address for our wallet. We're taking TRON, we're doing our max amount and doing that, and hit withdraw. Confirm, submit, and confirm. So I'm just going to back up to here. There we are. So now it's processing the transaction out. I'm assuming this will take another few minutes, and then we'll get back to recording. All right, so I just pulled up the wallet. Although it says processing here, I'm sure if I reloaded this actually, because it actually already shows on my wallet. Oh, weird. Anyways, not a big deal because it actually does show in here that I now have 793. So we're good to go there. It's even gone up in value. Woohoo! So now, theoretically, hopefully, so there it's showing my wallet balance at that. And I'd like to put 100 in. To be honest with you, now that I've got this here, I might as well just do 119. Now that I've got the other stuff as gas. So hopefully this will cover that now. TRON balance, so 793. I'm just going to see how much that pulls out, hopefully. I don't know if there's a way to check the transactions. 793, so it did already pull some off, so I'm assuming that means we're good. And there we go, we're going straight to here. No, it's still signing. Okay, so when you saw just a second ago, I did two deposits, and they both looked like they were sign ones, but in the end the funds did go into the account, so I presume the second sign that ended up taking gas again was actually depositing it, but either the wallet or the website isn't quite registering which which thing it's doing separately. So if you've signed twice and 2 different gases have come out of the SafePal wallet, then I presume you've put in your deposit. So reload the website first and check that and see if it's gone. Again, this might be a reason to try the other wallet. It might work a little more efficiently. So if you have better luck with that and it looks more of a smoother process, by all means, please leave a comment below about that transaction to let us know. Would be awesome. All right, so there we go. So you can withdraw anytime now. I'm not sure that's true, but I've already started accumulating withdrawals here. And there is my referral key. So as I said, when you copy this, I presume you can just key it right in there. And obviously you'll have to sign the agreement. And there it is there. TLAN ERY. I'm just going back to my... Yeah, so TLAN was what was there. So if you copy this and actually put it into there, it should automatically put the proper key in there. But basically the thing you want to make sure of is that TLAN ER, if you're using my code, is what's in there. And so, yeah, like I said, we have it in there. We're already starting to accumulate withdrawals. And as I said, once I know that I've got funds back, I will, from the previous DApp, I will put more into here. And if you do choose to do with deposits, if the deposits do pick up and I do get quite a bit of referrals, I will try and make it a little easier and possibly open up a Discord in order to do the giveaways, because I do want to give back to my community, like I always say I do. Couple little notes, I guess, at the end of this to wrap it up. This is, in my opinion, right now, still a very risky move, so do keep that in mind. I do recommend you possibly use the trade wallet as opposed to the SafePal one. I just think it seems like it might be a little bit more user-friendly, and because we had to, the TronLink one, sorry, I suggest maybe using the TronLink one instead. It's the one that's developed by this company, so it's probably just a little bit more stable. And because we're going out to KuKoin anyways and bringing the money in as opposed to bridging it, it may not be as easy. Then this might be the better way to go, just to use the native wallet for this chain. But I'm stuck using the other one anyways, but that's okay. So I guess that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging around. Hopefully this adds some value and you can get some pretty good rewards from it. But again, do it at your own risk. As I said, if these do pick up quite a bit, I will do some giveaways for the funds that I'm earning. I'm not looking to get rich off of other people's referrals. At the same token, I will take advantage of a little bit of rewards for my efforts that I do here, but definitely want to try and give back. And so whether that's done through a Gleam giveaway or whether I do Discord and allow a little easier function of just kind of entering draws, then we'll figure that out as time goes on. If you have any questions, concerns, any other products you'd like to bring to my attention that you'd like me to talk about, do let me know. I'm happy to do so. And we'll do updates on this one as they become available. As you can see, it's a little bit more of a complicated setup right now. I think a lot of people will come back in when it gets back to Binance, which I believe it's supposed to do. But for now, if you want to get in early, this is a way to do it. And it's fun to learn new chains and figure them out. This one does look like it's got some neat benefits and is kind of available to all. So we'll see what it all kind of does. Thank you so very much and have yourselves a wonderful day.